Welcome back to Thursday Thoughts, Bakers. To continue from where we left off last week, let's take a look at the remaining types of commercial dough fermentation. What is intermediate proofing? Intermediate proofing is the time gap just after mixing and before sheeting. This is the beginning of the journey for the yeast, so it is about the most active time for the yeast. The final dough mixing temperature is very important for this period. Recommended temperatures for this stage is about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 degrees Celsius. If you get hotter than this, not only will you have molder holes, because there is so much active fermentation happening, but also a more stressed dough that cannot be sheeted and molded properly. Intermediate proofing temperatures must be controlled carefully for the look and internal structure of the product. Next, final proof. What is the purpose of the final proof? Think of the final proof as the middle child, with the oven and baking being the first child. It just doesn't get as much attention as it should. The final proof is the time where the dough gets to totally relax, flow and rise up. Time, temperature and humidity is very important during this time. Many bakers seem to ignore this, and it can bring many problems to the final product, like wrinkling of the skin, Jimmy Carters, crow's feet and keyholes. Proper and optimum proof must be performed at the proofer. Temperatures must be about 95 degrees Fahrenheit, 25 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity should be about 90% and proofing time should be about 60 mins. If you stick to a basic principle of final proof, you will be surprised with the quality and product. What yeast types are available for baking? In commercial baking, 3 types of yeast are used. Creamed yeast. Yeast cells are suspended in liquid. This kind is used most frequently in industrial, high-speed bakeries, because they fit many tank and dispensing solutions. They are about 15 to 20% in total solids. Compressed yeast. This is creamed yeast, with most of the liquid removed. Also known as cake yeast, it is about 30 to 34% total solids. Dry yeast. This is the most common yeast to non-commercial bakers and bakers who are scaling up. It needs to be rehydrated before use and reacts slower than compressed yeast. It has the highest total solids at about 97%. If you're thinking about converting from one form to another, go to our yeast spec page and check out the total solids table on there. Use the total solids for your calculation to convert from one form of yeast to the another. That would be a good place to start. To learn about all things fermentation, visit BAKERpedia.